What if I told you that the biggest mistake international entrepreneurs make isn't about tax rates? It's about geography. And every week, my colleagues and I speak with founders who set up in Singapore, thinking they make the safe choice only to find themselves locked out of China, buried in cost, and stuck watching competitors in Hong Kong lead deals and can't even bid on. Last quarter, one of our clients made the switch from Singapore to Hong Kong. And 6 months later, they closed a $1.2 million contract they'd been chasing for 3 years. And this wasn't luck, guys. It actually was access. See, the real cost isn't setup fees or headline tax rates. It's opportunity cost. And that's what most people ignore. Hi, my name is Arturo from Emifast, and the reason we make these videos is because our purpose of existence as a company was from day one, and still of course is, to help entrepreneurs like you maximize income and slash taxes with smart global strategies. Check out our website emifast.com if you want to explore more or chat with us. We're always happy to help. Now listen, both Hong Kong and Singapore are incredible places for business. They're both blessed with strategic locations, world-class banking, and strong legal system. But what most gurus conveniently leave out is that they serve completely different types of businesses. And picking the wrong one isn't just an inconvenience, it's a financial disaster waiting to happen. And when I first started advising clients on Asian business structures, I even underestimated how crucial this choice can be. But after seeing company after company make expensive mistakes, I realized how many entrepreneurs are getting this completely wrong. And one of our clients set up in Hong Kong because a self-proclaimed expert told him it was the best option. And 18 months and I think $32,000 in compliance costs later, he discovered that for his specific business model, Singapore would have saved him over $25,000 in the same period. Not to mention the business opportunities he missed because he couldn't open the right bank accounts. So let's cut through the noise and start with the biggest reason people consider these jurisdictions: taxes. Hong Kong's tax system is absolutely brilliant. The headline 16.5 corporate tax rate isn't just a starting point, because the real magic is in their territorial tax system. And that means that if your income is sourced outside of Hong Kong, it can potentially be completely tax-free. That means zero. Singapore has a flat 17% corporate tax rate, which is obviously very competitive as well. And they do offer incentives, like their partial tax exemption and startup tax exemption schemes. And that can lower effective rates to 5 or 10% for qualifying businesses. And let me now show you the difference in numbers. A business making $500,000 in profit with activities genuinely conducted outside of Hong Kong could potentially pay $0 in corporate tax with the proper structuring and documentation. And the same business in Singapore might pay around $40,000, even with tax incentives. And that is a potential $40,000 difference in Hong Kong's favor. Of course, you need to do it right, but when you do, the savings are substantial. So far, Hong Kong is winning, right? But there's a but. Don't call it so fast, because banking is key and many people get it totally wrong about Hong Kong. No doubt, Hong Kong banking has become more selective, but that actually created a major advantage if you know what you're doing. And while beginners struggle to open accounts, businesses with proper guidance and legitimate operations are still getting approved in Hong Kong, giving them access to one of the world's most sophisticated banking networks. And the key difference is that Hong Kong banks did not shut their doors. They simply raised their standards. And my clients who come prepared with proper business plans, clear documentation also, and of course realistic transaction projections, are still getting accounts open within 2 months or even 1 month, depending on the bank. And Hong Kong's banking system gives you another incredible benefit: direct access to both Western and Chinese financial system simultaneously. And no other financial center offers this dual advantage at the same level. So you can process USD transactions seamlessly while also having direct channels to China's massive market through facilities like the Stock and Bond Connect programs. Singapore banks are no less brilliant, with strong digital platforms and slightly faster opening times of 2 to 4 weeks. Again, depends on the bank on average. Their processes are streamlined and user-friendly, but geography is on their side. Singapore simply can't match Hong Kong's unique position as the gateway to China's financial system. And for businesses with China connections, this banking advantage alone can be worth navigating Hong Kong's more selective process. Can't complain if it leads to more profit, can you? Now, let's talk about economic substance, something both jurisdictions require in today's global tax environment. So here's what people miss about Hong Kong. Its substance requirements actually align perfectly with what makes the jurisdiction most valuable. And if you are using Hong Kong as it's designed to be used as a hub for Asian business, particularly with China connection, meeting substance requirements happen naturally. No sweat. And for business genuinely operating in the Asia-Pacific region, Hong Kong's requirements makes perfect business sense. And you already know why. You want an office there, you want staff there, you want decision-making there, because that's where opportunities are and what real substance means. And yes, maintaining substance in Hong Kong involves costs. Office space, local staff, and regular management presence, depending on the business activities and structure, of course. But Hong Kong offers incredible value in these areas. Grade A office space in Hong Kong can be 30 to 40% cheaper than equivalent space in Singapore's prime areas. Talented, bilingual staff who can navigate both Western and Chinese business environments are abundantly available. Singapore's substance requirements are similar in principle, but sometimes apply differently in practice. For smaller operations or those without regional physical presence needs, Singapore can offer more flexibility. And the key is understanding that substance isn't just a regulatory burden, it's about aligning your legal structure with your actual business operations. As for Hong Kong, it gives you immediate advantages if China is part of your business equation. You get legal protection and transparency of a common law system while maintaining privileged access to mainland markets through mechanisms like CEPA, aka Closer Economic Partnerships Agreements. Also, this gives Hong Kong companies preferential treatment entering China markets. Hong Kong is also the world's largest offshore R&B center, making it the ideal place to handle transactions in China currency. And the Stock Connect and Bond Connect programs give unmatched access to China's capital markets. Even with changes in recent years, Hong Kong's role as a gateway to China has only grown in the economic terms. While Singapore offers excellent access to Southeast Asian markets and has a strong relationship with China, as I've said, it simply can't match Hong Kong's integrated position to the Chinese economic ecosystem. And now, let me show you how this plays out with real businesses. For example, manufacturing and sourcing businesses. One client who sourced products from factories across China set up Hong Kong, saw the immediate benefits. Their Hong Kong company gave them credibility with suppliers, simplified payments through Hong Kong's R&B facilities, and they saved over $95,000 in their first year through Hong Kong's offshore tax exemptions. And when they needed to resolve a contract dispute with a mainland supplier, Hong Kong's legal system and proximity resolved disputes 10 times faster than Singapore. And the right choice depends entirely on your specific business model, target markets, and long-term goals, obviously. For businesses with any Chinese element or those looking to capitalize on the world's fastest growing major economy, Hong Kong often delivers advantages that no other jurisdiction can match. So here's our summarized guide on how to make the correct decision based on helping hundreds of businesses already. First, honestly access your China strategy. If China is or will be a significant part of your business, whether through customers, for example, or suppliers, partners, or investors, Hong Kong offers advantages that are simply impossible to replicate elsewhere. The closer your business is to China, the stronger the case for Hong Kong. Second, evaluate your tax situation realistically. And if your business genuinely operates internationally and can properly document that your income is sourced outside Hong Kong, the potential 0% tax rate or offshore exemption is extremely powerful. And just make sure that you have the proper advice on structuring and documentation. That is obviously where Emifast can help you very well. Third, consider your industries and specific business needs, because Hong Kong excels in financial services, trading, professional services, sourcing, manufacturing, and also technology businesses with China connections, while Singapore often works better for Southeast Asia-focused operations and certain purely digital businesses, and also holding companies that rely on specific tax treaties. Fourth, think about your talent needs. Important one. Hong Kong offers an incredible pool of professionals who understand both Western and Chinese business practices and can operate effectively in both environments. And this human capital advantage is often underestimated, but it can be decisive for service businesses. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? And fifth, look at your long-term Asia strategy, because Hong Kong isn't just a jurisdiction, it's a business hub that puts you at the center of the world's most dynamic economic region. And companies that leverage Hong Kong fully aren't just setting up a paper company, they are establishing a strategy that footholds the global economy with substance. The most costly common mistake I've seen entrepreneurs make is basing this crucial decision solely on initial setup costs or on outdated information about the jurisdiction. And this is a strategic decision that can unlock millions in opportunities when done right. And the Austin versus Singapore decision isn't about finding the best jurisdiction. It's about aligning with your specific business strategy and goals, of course. And Hong Kong continues to offer extraordinary advantages for the right businesses. A potential 0% tax on offshore income when properly sourced. An unmatched access not only to China, but the world's largest growth market, but also to Asia's deepest capital markets and financial services ecosystem, aside from a talent pool that bridges East and West like nowhere else. And above all, a strategic positioning at the center of the Asian century. For businesses with any China elements or aspirations, manufacturing connections, trading operations, or certain financial services, Hong Kong often delivers return that dramatically outweighs any additional compliance cost. And on the other hand, Singapore excels for businesses focused primarily on Southeast Asia, certain digital businesses without physical operations, and companies utilizing specific tax treaty benefits. And what matters the most is making the decision with complete information and proper guidance, not based on headlines or generic recommendation from someone who doesn't even understand your specific situation. And at Emifast, we have helped thousands of entrepreneurs already navigate this decision, maximizing their success whichever jurisdiction they choose. And if you are considering either location, visit us at emifast.com to book a consultation or schedule the meeting in the description, all for free. We will analyze your specific situation and help you leverage all the advantages available. So what do you think? I'm curious, could Hong Kong be the right jurisdiction for your business? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. And guys, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.